Going to open up the public hearing for 37 Crown Street for special permit approval for a taxi stand. Do we have someone here to present that, please? Do you want to come up? We won't bite. When Anthony Cleaves comes up, it's a different story.
Protect us.
So we understand, Kristen will help you out.
This is a little larger, I don't know if you can hang it
Just-
over, if this is okay.
Just for the record, sir, can you give us your name?
Yes,
Henry O'Donnell. Okay, Mr. O'Donnell. So you're looking to put in,
just park the cab when I'm not working.
okay. And just one cab?
Yeah.
And you have room for the cab and then another vehicle?
Yes, this driveway was put in around 2000, Avery Miller paving.
Okay.
And it's a 7-car drive.
Oh, okay.
It can stack 3, 2 across, 3 up, and there's one behind under the tree.
Okay.
So you're running the business from the house, or you're just parking the taxi at the house?
I'm gonna have a cell phone. You know what I mean? I mean, when I'm working, I'm on the road, or when I'm home, you know.
You're still taking calls? I mean, that's
Well,
gonna be your place of business?
Yes, if somebody calls my cell phone, then I'll take off, but I know, what I plan on doing is I'll be more or less just parked somewhere on either like Market Basket, Shaw's,
One of the areas?
yes, and,
No, it's a special permit.
Yeah, you need a special permit for a taxi.
His home is actually in the commercial zone,
Right.
as you can see
Yeah,
on there, so. Just wanted to make
So
sure.
even though it's commercial, he still needs a special
That's,
permit?
yeah.
Yes.
right.
So we have, part of the process is we have to ask the certain departments for their approval, and I just have to read those, Mr. O'Donnell. So we have the Health Department approves stating that it has no objections to this proposal as long as the applicant only uses one car as a taxi.
yeah.
His property is adjacent to and nearby other residences with a lot of cars coming and going on the road. And if the approval is given, again, he's saying that he would like a condition that it only be one car in the special permit. The building inspector approves, again saying only one taxi. The police department approves, again stating only one taxi. Parked there, he doesn't see any traffic issues. The DPW approves. The fire department approves. And the Conservation Commission also approves. So you have all of the approvals with a condition from all the department heads as well. I'm going to ask if any other board members have any questions. Okay. Then I just have to ask people in the audience if they have any questions about Mr. O'Donnell's project. No? Okay. Do we need any other information?
No, it's pretty simple. Just, it's gotta, we're gonna vote on it later, but again, the caveat here is one taxi.
Yes, I'd be using a 95 Ford Windstar. And then as soon as that horse dies, I'd replace it with another car. This lot here next to my house is, I think now, the old Lincoln Mercury dealership was bought out by Bendham, Remendham.
That's correct.
And they leased this building out, and now this is a car lot.
They lease the space to, they've been doing that for a while.
You know, Waddy owned this, and somehow, once Waddy developed it, he put the asphalt, the cement, and the chain link fence. Then Bendham said that there was some technicality in the real estate, and so Waddy had to give that up, but he had developed it. I mean, he
It was
did that
originally his.
Yes, now why he lost it, I don't know, but I would have thought that Bendham, right, would have noticed development taking place and would have said, gee, what are you guys doing? But they waited until he completely developed that. He did the cement barrier walls, he did the chain link fence, he asphalted, and I believe he marked it. That would have been going back to, I think, about 1990.
Yeah, it goes back a ways.
It's been a parking lot
Yeah,
forever.
so it must have been something.
Well, I can look at that. you know, why, I mean, you know, these guys, I guess, all grew up there, so, you know, I mean, somebody should have picked up on the fact that, hey, but it was it wasn't like he did anything wrong. It was a technicality, and the realtors should have picked up on that, or the attorneys, but I guess it never did. My driveway is actually next to this lot,
Right.
and this is Lottie's lot on the other side of Crown. He owns it on both sides.
Yes.
Um,
Know the area well.
oh,
Great.
I make a motion to close the meeting. Second.
Motion made to close the
Public
hearing.
hearing.
Yeah.
Second by Tom. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, I have 6:40. We'll open up the public hearing for 98 Sac Boulevard for special permit approval for work in a floodplain. So you're on for yesterday.
How was the race?
It was great for me, because I didn't know it.
Oh, I thought you were lost.
No. I only run 3. I don't run more than 3.
My name is Anthony Cleves. I'm Equipment and Bingham Associates here on behalf of Tesla. So we're here for tonight is for work in the floodplain. What Tesla is proposing to do is put in a car charging station at the mall of Whitney Field. As you can see in the handouts I gave you there, trying to help familiarize yourself with the area, also on this plan here. You can see there with Market Basket off to the left-hand side. On the right-hand side of this plan here is the main mall area. If you're coming from Mill Street, you would come down that main passway, past Taco Bell. You get to that intersection where you can take a right and kind of snake your way through the mall. Here's that turn, we have Market Basket off to your right. You may recall, earlier this year, we proposed some restaurants in the area. That was in this parking lot here, where the carnival usually ends up going. So where the project is located is in this an existing landscape island in this location here, and again, as you can see on the aerials. So what they're proposing to do is put in, zoom in here. They have an enclosed car charging, supercharged station in there where you have individual charging stations for cars that would park in these spaces. Transformer in this area here, so all, some above the ground electrical components, foundation, some added curbing, fencing, and all of those little components add to reduce the flood storage of the area, because this whole area is currently listed in the floodplain. And then so to compensate for that added storage, so we have about 315 cubic feet or 11 cubic yards of filling. Over on this side here, there's an existing landscape island. This again, Market Basket right here. You may have noticed that there's a path that people park for Market Basket in this parking lot to walk up here. So it's existing just lawn area. You can see in the profile, what we're proposing to do is come off of the curving area here, come flat, where right now it's a constant grade up, cut in, and then transition back to that slope. So here's where we're going to add the additional compensatory storage to offset what's going to be filled as part of this project.
Which is about our building.
Yeah, so I can get into that if you like, if you haven't already figured it out. As Mr. Kerrigan mentioned, it's about half complete. I think unfortunately there was some miscommunication between the contractor's proponent. The mall itself was not doing this project. Tesla approached them. They're trying to create basically a network of charging stations across the country. So they can say, you can take our car and drive across the country and have all these charging stations. So they picked the mall Whitney Field as one of those sites, approached the mall said, yep, that's fine. this is a good area, go talk to the city, get all your necessary approvals and everything to do that. The people we're dealing with from Tesla's out of Brooklyn. The engineers, we didn't do these plans, these engineers are from Kansas. So Reuben and Bingham wasn't involved until Tesla found out that they actually got a building permit, but we hadn't had CONSCOM or planning board approval. So they contacted us as a local engineer to help them get through the project. They were shut down until we got the necessary permits. So all of the underground construction is done. Some of the foundations were put in, but they stopped until we can get all our approvals.
So I see 4 bays,
Yes.
but are there outside stations?
So there's
Going with this 8 slots?
8 spaces, yep, so this is gonna be an enclosed area. So right here.
So it's not 12, it's just 8.
It's 8, yeah. So
So what are
yeah,
these?
so this is where all the power is coming from.
Oh, okay.
These are the supercharging stations.
Okay,
So you don't
that's
actually
eight.
hook into the road.
Right.
That's enclosed.
Right.
So this is your pumps,
Okay.
your charging stations here that you can pull up to. In these spaces here.
Is the floodplain
How-
a
do you know
great
how long-
spot for like an electrical transformer and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so there's no electrical issues, because they're telling me basically is the shut off, if it were to get wet, it shuts off like any, power underground. I see electrical balls full of water all the time. So they don't have any concern with that, basically there's a shut off. If it were to have an electrical, charge, it shuts off, it's a kill.
Is this like it's a super stick? How long does it take to charge? Just curious.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Not sure.
I'm saying it's a
How long-
supercharger.
1 hour for full charge.
What I know.
And it takes you, would you say,
You can
250
go
miles?
40 miles on it.
Yeah, so I think that must be what they're trying
I
to
do
do
that
is,
in like
within
an hour.
that radius,
That's all.
create multiple stations across the country.
That's right. All
And
right.
I charge my cell phone there too?
Any other questions from the planning board?
So,
Anthony, does anyone have any questions?
Motion to close the building.
Hold on.
I can't.
hold on, we got a whole bunch of.
I have to read the Department of Health comments.
Questions.
Someone has.
Board, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Yes, Gail.
I just have an aside question. You have to, does it run your credit card to do the charge, or how does that work?
I believe it's free to Tesla.
free.
It's a Tesla charging
Oh, it's
station.
the only
Oh,
test.
it's only
This
Tesla.
is a
Yeah.
Tesla charging
Yeah.
station.
Interesting.
All right. So the Board of Health, has no objections to this project. The impact to the floodplain storage shall be negligible. A large-scale representation of exactly where this charge station is located with respect to Market Basket and other mall buildings would have been helpful.
Yeah.
We got it. Because this area is so heavily used, we wonder if the location will add to the chaos of the parking areas on peak use times. Well, I'm gonna just speak anecdotally, for that area, there's
How many
really
cars
never,
are there?
there's never any cars in that area, but
Yeah.
I don't blame Chris for asking.
Yeah, good question.
Building approves. Police approves. DPW says, indicate the sanitary sewer easement on the site plans.
Correct, so that was submitted the end of last week, we got that in, and then just so you could see it better, I showed it, I turned the GIS image on there. So basically, in this area, you can see it on this plan here, there's a sewer line that comes down and through the mall area. The city has a 30-foot wide sewer easement. So they just wanted to make sure that the charging stations were in the easement basically comes right along the edge, so it's not an issue. No. No, so they it's a good call to make sure the sewer easement wasn't encroached upon.
They just didn't wanna make sure it wasn't.
Yeah, so we're good there.
Fire approves. Conservation, they state that the project was approved by Concom at the July 25th meeting under DEP file number 199-1049. So we already have Concom approval. Anyone else have any other questions based upon these comments included? Do you want to say now?
Motion to close.
Motion made and second by Pat. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Anthony.
Thanks, Anthony.
All right, let's go to the regular meeting. 1.0 call to order. I'll do it. Pat Perla.
Here.
Fred Fredericks. Paul Weiser. Sal Chaconi.
Here.
Carol Vittorioso, here. Tom Carrigan.
Here.
Mike Mahan.
Here.
John Souza. Okay. Minutes from July 17th, 2017. I was not here, so
I make a motion to accept it.
Second. Yeah.
motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Plan submitted, 3.1 Regina Drive and approval not required plan.
I'm just gonna pass these out and then you can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll share.
Do you want to look at it?
Okay, can you give us your names, please?
My name is Mary Roy at 67 Regina Drive.
My name is Juan Puerto, 57 Regina Drive.
Okay, and it looks like you want to just trade off a strip of lands, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we're doing,
So parcel A is going to,
parcel A is going, so A is, belongs to Mary and it's going to Juan, and then
Correct.
parcel B belongs to Juan is going to Mary. And this is basically to kind of clean up the lot lines, is that the reason?
Oh, yes, we decided to replace a fence and he would have lost like 6 feet plus of his yard. And we're neighborly, so we got together and
Good idea.
this is what Gaffney came up with.
that's great.
That's great.
It's all, yeah, frontage is
Frontage is
good,
good,
Yeah.
side's
lot
good.
area is good. Motion to endorse.
Yeah, second.
Motion made to endorse and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries, you're all set?
Good.
Thank you.
Now,
We wish they were all that clean. Each good, that was nice.
492 square feet even too, that's good.
I know.
All right,
Thank you.
can we take these all together? I know we have to schedule them separately.
Might as well take them one by one.
All right, let's do it that way. 3.2, 152 Hamilton Street for site plan approval. Well, we're scheduling them.
Yeah, so that'll be the first, not the first Monday, no, it's Labor Day.
It's gonna be
Third
the
Monday.
It's the next
18th of
So
September.
9/18 at
We already have
6:30.
West Village.
Oh, we already have Rice
I have
Village?
one at 6:30.
Okay,
Is
so,
that Jamie Rowe,
Yes,
James Exaris's project? Okay.
Yes.
So that's, so
That's the one
6:45 then?
so moved, 6:45.
Second.
Right.
this
Three-
is 152 for site plan approval.
Right, motion made and second for 9/18 at 6:45, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 3.3, 152 Hamilton Street for a special permit for that same property for work in a floodplain.
9/18 at 6:46.
Second.
Good. Motion made and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 3.4, 156 Hamilton Street for site plan approval.
9/18 at 6:48.
Second.
Can we take those?
Well, that's 156. Yeah, but we can,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't
We're
matter.
gonna get
That's
it all
right,
done.
6:48.
Motion made and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
At our leisure.
That's true.
156 for special permit.
Okay,
3.5.
3.5, 156 Hamilton Street for special permit approval for work in a floodplain.
9/18, 6:50.
Second.
Motion made and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 3.6, 162 Hamilton Street for site plan approval.
9/18 at 6:52.
Second.
Motion made and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. 3.7, 162 Hamilton Street for special permit approval for work in a floodplain.
9/18 at 6:53.
Second.
I wanted Tommy to do it.
Ah, you got it.
They're not
Oh,
even,
sorry.
they're not even,
You're right.
scheduled for 6:54.
6:54.
Motion made and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Okay.
Okay. Remember, special permit, even though they're just in a floodplain, we need a supermajority, okay? We need 6 here.
9/18.
4.0 old business, none. 5.0, 5.1, 37 Crown Street for special permit approval for taxi stands.
Make a motion to
Approved,
With the condition,
Condition of one.
one car only.
Okay, motion made and seconded to approve the special permit for a taxi stand for one taxi only. All those in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Just, I want to be clear on this too. If we have a broken down vehicle that is also a taxi that's even going to be replaced, it shouldn't be on the property. It should only be one taxi at any given time. So, let's say we have 2 or 3 broken down taxis, because we bought another one, a new one. You have one running and you got 2 or 3 that aren't running in the yard.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I want to make sure that it's clear that at any given time, just one,
Okay.
whether it's running or not running.
Okay.
all right, good catch.
Good idea.
Okay,
Just scrape taxi out.
Well, that's okay. But it's only one taxi.
Yeah,
All right.
I understand.
okay, so, motion made and seconded with that, specific condition. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 5.2, 98 Sac Boulevard for special permit approval for work in a floodplain.
Motion approved. Second.
Yeah.
Any conditions? I don't think there were.
They weren't.
No, we're good.
I think it's great.
All right.
Love to see that stuff done.
Motion made and
Modern technology.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We don't, because Concom has already approved it too, so
Right.
good.
We're good.
All set. Thanks,
Sir, you all
Anthony.
set?
Thanks.
You're all
Now they
set.
can
Good
finish
luck.
it, Anthony.
Thank you, sir.
They can finish it. Thank you.
Communications, none. Director's report,
None?
executive session, none.
Motion to adjourn. Wow. You kidding?